They
crazy.
were already calling the game woke, DEI slob, saying
Woke?
Mystique wasn't bad enough. Come on.
What? Oh my god, bro. Gaming is so cooked today. The next video we're gonna react to is Wolverine looks straight mid. Alright, so we're gonna get into this and watch this and see what is actually
The
happening.
new Wolverine game looks absolutely buns, is what I'd say if I was a dumbass. The amount of hate I'm seeing for
Oh, God.
Insomniac's new Wolverine game is actually insane. Like, do y'all even like video games anymore? What did Insomniac do to
Oh
deserve
god.
this?
Oh, maybe you should call yourself the Great Electric Spider.
Come on, man. It was one time. It was one time. We just got a new look at the gameplay and some.
Wasn't there in one of the I think it was the Spider-Man 2 game, the newer one that came out on PS5? Or yeah. There was like um a lot of people didn't like MJ sections, and a lot of people didn't like the sections where you played as Peter during his normal life. A lot of people didn't like that. Which I get that. Um, in the older Spider-Man games, I know that wasn't the case so much. The focus was playing as Spider-Man. Like if Peter was on the screen, it was a cutscene, and that's it. That's where it was left at. It wasn't anything else. You weren't playing as Peter or doing any of that Peter shit. You were just playing as Spider-Man. So I get where people are coming from. They don't want to sit through boring shit. They want to actually just play the game and, you know, play Spider-Man and not play Peter Parker. I get that.
The story for the new Wolverine game, and the internet, mostly Twitter, no surprise there, has been in an absolute uproar, man. I'm talking straight hoopla, damn near a hate campaign. But the hate for this game actually started way before now. From the very first micro trailers we got about this game like a year ago, the grifters of the internet had already targeted this game for public execution. From day one, day zero for
That's
real,
crazy.
they were already calling the game woke, DEI slob, saying
Woke?
Mystique wasn't bad enough. Come on.
What? Oh my god, bro. Gaming is so cooked today. Oh my god. Gaming is so cooked today. It's like we have people complaining about Mystique not looking sexy enough for a lot of people. That's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. That is kind of crazy. So you're telling me you're not gonna buy the game because Mystique don't fit your criteria? Oh, she ain't bad enough. I don't wanna see her. She ain't bad enough. Get her out of my game. That's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. And then calling Wolverine woke for what reason? Because there is a black character or any person of color? Like, dude. Oh my god. Gaming back then wasn't even like this, bro. I mean, yeah, it was a bunch of like white people in the fucking games. You play as a bunch of white people in the game. But I mean, like, I'm not trying to sound crazy for saying that, but majority of the characters in the game was non-colored. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like nowadays when we try to be diverse and put other skin types into a video game, then it's a problem. But the problem is people questioning that idea and having ideas against that. That's kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie.
Saying things like this Wolverine is a soy boy. He doesn't look Wolverine enough. He doesn't look brutal enough for them. Mind you, this was the trailer we had at the time.
The trouble just has a way of
Like,
finding me.
what do you mean?
That's the Wolverine
He's not brutal enough? Dog was literally slaughtering niggas. What are we talking about?
that isn't brutal enough for them. Alright, fast forward to today. You would have thought the people at Insomniac shot these people's dog or something. You would have thought Wolverine himself like killed these people's parents the way they're talking about this game. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not just blindly glazing this game. The game's not even out yet. That's part of my point. There's things about the game that I'm a little worried about myself, which I'll get to. But it's definitely not deserving of all the hate it's getting right now. Insomniac dropped one game that has a bit of a weaker story than its other games, and now they're getting treated like Hitler. Insomniac Games, the same people that made one of, if not the greatest Spider-Man game to ever exist. That's like universally agreed upon. Insomniac has over a decade's worth of straight bangers in their catalog, dude. Who are we talking about right now? They drop one game with an undercooked story and y'all switch on them like Nintendo. All of a sudden, the whole studio is just ash. Just throw the whole studio away. And the craziest part is, Spider-Man 2 wasn't even their fault. I thought it was common knowledge that Sony rushed them to get Spider-Man 2 out, so they were never able to fully drop the game the way it was
Damn.
supposed to be. This was never the full version of Spider-Man 2 that Insomniac intended to drop, and that's not on Insomniac. The expectations
crazy.
after Spider-Man 2018 were astronomically high. PlayStation should have never rushed them to get it out sooner. It's Spider-Man! The game is gonna sell regardless. You're gonna get your money. Damn! Like, if we're gonna blame Insomniac for anything, we gotta blame them for this shit. What the hell did they put my boy in, man? They made
I'm
one
not
of the
gonna lie, that
smoothest suits for
outfit's
Miles
cooked.
Morales we've ever seen. Just to put him in this shit and then have the
No.
gall to call
The
this a
Colgate
Miles original.
Spider-Man
Hell
suit.
nah, man. That's an Adidas original. Why does his homemade suit have more swag than this, bro? You think the kid that was able to make this at home with a box of scraps would then turn around and put this BS on?
I know.
Absolutely
That's kinda
not, man.
crazy.
The new gameplay we saw shows a good bit of the combat, which looks really good to me. The dual takedowns with Sabretooth taking some of your kills is straight cinema. The use of the
that's cool.
environment is really cool too, and the brutality of it is amazing. It's exactly what you'd want out of a Wolverine game. A lot of people on Twitter especially are saying it doesn't look as good as they thought it would, but in my mind, I'm just like, what exactly were y'all expecting? It's a PlayStation.
What is this on the screen? That's what I'm saying. Like, what? Huh? What are people expecting from this game? I'm so confused on that. Like, it doesn't look as good. I don't understand that. Like, what do y'all do? They envision a different fucking game? At that point, just make a Wolverine game yourself. If it's not, I don't know. That's kind of crazy to say. I don't know. I feel like niggas just can't be happy for shit. Like, I don't know. That's kind of, I don't know. The game ain't even out yet.
Game, bro. We kind of know what we're getting into here. Like, it almost feels like some of y'all were expecting some Elden Ring level genre-defining game, and that's just a little unrealistic to me. Now, if it's just not your cup of tea, that's cool. That's your opinion, but some of the criticism just makes no sense to me. There's these optional nightmare doors in the story that you can choose to go through. These doors will explore certain aspects of Wolverine's past to enhance the story. Again, this is optional side content. You don't have to do it. It only serves to add on to the story. And we got straight dumbasses like this. Are they really doing that Wolverine can heal from any injuries? But what if, hear me out here, what if, guys, this is serious, don't laugh. Oh my God, this cringe ass tweet. What if some wounds cannot heal? Bro is trying so hard with this tweet. I'm cringing just reading it back. Have you ever
I would have scrolled past that tweet. He was taking too long to get to the point.
read or seen anything with Wolverine in it before, bro? That's like one of his main story beats. You're complaining about characterization right now. Mighty Keith hit the nail right.
I feel like niggas just don't know. People feel like they know too much. People are just know-it-alls today. They feel like they know everything. They feel like they can make the greatest game. They can make the greatest story, the greatest series, the greatest this, the greatest that. And it's like, humble yourself. You cannot sit here and tell another person that is making this Wolverine game that, oh, it sucks. I want it to be like this. You can't do that because you that's your opinion. That's your idea. You know, I just don't get where all this is coming from. Like, why everybody's shifting and acting this way about. I'm gonna just keep it on video games, about like video games in general. It's like, damn. Like, everybody's a critic. Everybody's being a critic now. Like Squidward, everyone's a critic. Like, damn, the game hasn't dropped and everybody's just flaming it, cooking it. I saw one tweet where it was like saying like, oh, this game, there's like running sections like Temple Run. It's like, bro, come on now.
On the head with this.
These bosses are designed like old video game bosses. It's like, okay.
Response. That's like me saying the next Superman game is gonna have Superman struggle with what it means to be truly human. Like, dead ass though, bro. It's their main characterization. What are we doing?
Exactly.
And then he proceeds to screenshot his own tweet talking about called it. Like, that proves anything. Brother, that's your tweet. What are you talking about? You're acting like Insomniac tweeted that. Are you mentally insane? You're just making shit up and then getting mad at the shit you made up in your head. A bunch of people are hating on this running sequence because all you do is hold the stick to run forward, I guess. Mind you, this is the first mission in the game. The story takes place
This the
after
first mission?
Wolverine is on the team.
Wait. So you're telling me that tweet that people were making fun of or criticizing was the first mission of the game? Yeah, we're cooked.
Sabretooth. Sabretooth is here in this mission.
We're
He's wearing the
cooked.
team uniform, and they're giving tutorial button prompts. It is the first
Yeah, we're
tutorial
cooked.
mission. It's just establishing the world and the set pieces you're going to see. No
Bro, I feel like the people that work at the game industries, I feel like they got fatigue from the people that play the games, bro. They got fatigue. Everybody got an opinion, or how the game or wants to change the focus of game design. If the game is not like this, it's ass. Mystique is not a baddie. Change her.
Nobody
like,
complained
man,
when
come
Uncharted
on.
did this shit. No amount of blood or dismemberment can hide the weak California soy boy energy Insomniac is putting into Logan. Bro, what? This is how you know you've been on Twitter for far too long.
It's
You need to let
crazy,
the
bro.
sun touch your skin, my brother. Go out.
I feel like Twitter is not a real place, bro. I feel like not everyone. I feel like some people that get on Twitter are just miserable. That's a hot take, bro. I feel like there's some people on Twitter that just say shit. No, you can literally get paid to just tweet on Twitter. You can literally just get paid to tweet. And people are just like, "Oh, I get paid to tweet? Shit, I'm gonna just say some dumb shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna give a check." Bro, it's like, nigga, why though? You know, it's like, relax, man. Chill. Why can't nobody why people can't relax now? Why people can't chill out, bro? You know? It's like, bro.
Side. Even when he strikes, you feel a lack of
See,
testosterone.
I'm sorry for pausing it a lot, but I don't know. I don't have any problems with how the game looks currently. I think the game looks amazing. Combat wise, I when I saw the trailer, I was like, oh yeah, the combat looks fun in this shit. Like, if I had a PS5, I would get the game. Like, dead ass, I would get it. I'm not gonna buy a PS5 just to play the game, but you know, it looks good. Like, seriously, it looks good. You know, it looks fun as fuck to play. I'm not gonna lie. I just feel like people are
Alright,
just
man.
hating just to hate.
I guess, bro. It just feels so performative, man. Like, what are we doing? This is one of my
Yeah, I
favorite
agree.
ones, though. This one might just take the cake for best tweet of all time. So they go the Fallen Order route with no dismemberment at all. My brother
What?
in Christ. There is literally dismemberment in the clip you provided.
Bro, like, literally,
What are
bro.
we
Okay,
doing,
at this
man?
point,
It
I feel like
gets
it's,
to a
yeah,
point,
it is
genuinely,
performative.
Twitter gamers are gonna just nitpick this game to death, huh? We're complaining about the suit regenerating with Wolverine when he heals. I guess y'all just want to walk around balls out. It just gets to a point where you guys have to be doing this to be performative to
Oh my
get Twitter approval,
God.
or you're just baiting. I'm not sure which one it is
I don't
sometimes.
know.
Now, like I said, it's not just all sunshine and roses when it comes to this game. There are things to be worried about, and I'm not just trying to be blindly glazing this game. There's a chase sequence that has you following a guy with a red trail that kind of prevents you from losing track of him. People are complaining because that's like worse than the yellow paint stuff telling you where to go. Apparently on this mission, Wolverine is using his super scent to track this guy and chase him down. That's all cool.
Here's my thing.
Let the
I mean, and like Spider-Man 2 for the PS2. I know it's an older game, but literally when you were the Black Cat's chase sections where you were chase her, you know, there was an indication, there was a trail to follow her, because it would be easy for the player to get lost, because if there was no trail to know where she was at, how would you keep up with her? You get what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, if I'm playing a game and like I'm following behind her, and what happens if, oh, I fall or I fuck up a jump and like I hit the ground and now I have to climb back up and she's further away and I don't know where the fuck she is. You know, at that point you failed the mission. I feel like it makes sense to help guide the player to progress the game, because if you're not progressing the game, then the player is going to get stuck and the player is not going to finish the game. And at that point the player might resell it, or you know, stop playing it. I feel like that's just, you know, that's game design. Like, I feel like that's good game design in a sense. I feel like not too obvious, but I mean, in a sense, like, if you don't want the trail, I mean, like, maybe the trail, maybe, but I mean, like, if the trail was maybe like dimmed down a little bit, but I don't know. I don't see no problem with having the trail. Um, I don't know.
player just chase the guy that's running. Trust the player enough to do that. And if the player does lose track of him, That's when you should be able to use your super scent. Activate the scent to see the trail so you can get
I
back
see
on
that.
track to finding him. Simple
That makes
sugar.
sense.
Not really sure what they're doing here, but it doesn't really ruin the experience for me. With the game
It
being
don't.
more linear, that means the combat has to be saucy as hell. I'm talking sauced up, since there won't really be a lot of exploration, I'm guessing. And one thing I haven't seen yet is aerial combat. If I can't juggle enemies in the air for a bit like Spider-Man, that is a huge missed opportunity to spice this game's combat up a bit, and that would be pretty disappointing to me, I can't lie. And the one complaint that I actually agree with the most, one that's actually probably my biggest complaint as well, this boss fight, man. Something about this fight just ain't doing it for me, man. People are posting side-by-sides to an old Ben 10 game boss fight.
Oh no, that's
Yo,
kind of crazy.
come on, man.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I could agree. I feel like that boss fight could use a little more tweaking in a sense. I feel like it could be a lot more interesting than, oh, I slam my hand down, now you got to hit. I feel like you can do you can do a lot of interesting things with a boss of that caliber.
I want to say they're wrong, but this boss fight just looks a little stale, man. I think we can do better
Yeah.
than this. You know what I mean? The Sentinel slams his arm down and leaves it there until Chinese New Year so you can attack it. Like, I don't know, man. I think we can do a little bit better than that. They could have taken a certain God of War approach, you know what I mean? Like actually climbing on top of the Sentinel and doing damage
Yeah.
to it. Imagine scaling the Sentinel and doing damage to it while dodging the attacks and causing it to do damage to itself as well. That would be
Yeah,
cool,
I feel
man.
like
That would
I
be a
feel like that's more immersive. Like I feel like that's more Wolverine style. I feel like in the movies that's right. I feel like he did that in the movies, right? He would like they would like scale it and stuff like that, or I feel like that is a good point. I feel like it does need to be designed in a way to make it feel like it's Wolverine. You're playing as Wolverine. Wolverine is not just gonna no, Wolverine is not gonna sit there and just attack its armor. Wolverine is gonna climb that motherfucker with his claws, go like this on that motherfucker, and start swinging at his fucking other
spectacle. Now, this is a
parts.
Sentinel prototype, and with this specific boss being shown, I'm willing to bet it's one of the first bosses in the game. You know, something to ease you in. We know there'll be some full-size Sentinels, so I'm not gonna write it off just yet. I'm not gonna completely call it ass just off a short clip of this one boss fight I've seen. You know what I mean? Overall, man,
That's fair.
I think we just gotta calm the hell down. It genuinely feels
Yeah.
like some of y'all just don't like
The
video
game ain't
games
even out
anymore,
yet.
and that's okay. Just find a different hobby at this point, though, man. People are writing whole think pieces about a 3-second clip of him walking towards a door. Like, dog, give it a chance, maybe? The game still looks phenomenal to me, and a couple of negative tweets aren't gonna ruin my excitement for it. Maybe I'm just a burger slop-loving chud. I don't know. But you guys let me know what you think. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
We've been studying miles, yeah, running routes we miles.
Okay. Yeah. I feel like it just needs a chance. When it comes out, I feel like that's the true the true tale that, because just hearing people complain about a game that's not out yet is just kind of crazy. Twitter community will complain about anything, including checking the water graphic being realistic or the grass being grass. Yeah, no, these people are kind of tripping. I'm not gonna lie.